going on? Jimmie Ford Ryan O'Bryan, Ford and O'Brien, weekday afternoons 3 to 6 on ESPN Evansville 105.3, of course online as well at ESPN.evansville.com. Back to take a look at some of our picks, some of the teams of local interest here in the Evansville area for week number 6? Already in the NFL. Of course, the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge available for you to make your picks on our website, ESPN.evansville.com. Great local prizes as always. And again, a chance at $10,000 during the big game there in February. You can get all the details on the website. So let's look at some of these games, Jimmy. We'll just kind of go through these rather quickly as we normally do. First up, let's look at Cincinnati and Buffalo. Cincinnati's an undefeated team. They're playing well. Andy Dalton looks great so far this season. I've said before, and I'll say again, I'm not buying the Bengals until they win a playoff game with Andy Dalton. Buffalo's dealing with some injuries. I just saw the other day Tyrod Taylor may be out for this game and may be out for a couple of weeks. Cincinnati's on a roll. I can't bet against them this week against Buffalo.
I can't either. Buffalo started out strong against the Colts when we seen them. You know, we thought, oh, this defense is for real. And it is, but it's come back to earth a little bit. Rex Ryan's Rex Ryan. He's going to talk. You're winning the Super Bowl every year if you play for Rex Ryan. But they're not a bad team, but I agree. I think Cincinnati is just rolling now, and they're going to get their first 6-0 start. Maybe forever.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's been a real long time, if not the first time. I know the last time they started 5-0, they won a Super Bowl.
Yep, 1988.
Somewhere around there. Yeah,
Icky Woods.
Yeah, Icky Woods days and things. But anyway, yeah, I think Cincinnati wins this game.
All right. Up next, Chicago and Detroit. The Bears get they've got back-to-back wins. They were last second wins over both Kansas City and Oakland. They'll take on Detroit. That game will be in Detroit this weekend. Neither one of these teams are all that great, to be honest with you. It's kind of an ugly game on paper. Detroit is not living up to the expectations that they've been expected to live up to for some time now with Stafford and Calvin Johnson, and they've got some issues in other places as well. It's a coin flip for me, but I'll give the edge to Chicago just a little bit. I'm going to give Chicago the win here.
I'm going to go with Detroit.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Detroit. Chicago they're banged up at receiver. Matt Forte, they depended on a lot, which they have to. You should. He's one of the best in the game. I get a feeling there's got to be that one breakout game for Calvin Johnson. There has to be. I mean, he's Megatron. He's going to have a game eventually, and I think this is the week he does. I take Detroit.
All right. So we split on that one. Up next, Denver and Cleveland. Cleveland is the Browns. They did get a big win in division against Baltimore last weekend. Denver, on the other hand, top-rated defense in the league, but there are some questions offensively. They did not score an offensive touchdown last week. They had to rely on the defense for the pick six that ended up winning that game for them. Manning has looked like a human being. The running game has not quite gotten started. Fortunately, if Denver didn't have that defense, they wouldn't be undefeated right now, I don't think. They've got to get something. They can't rely on that defense all season long, or they're going to run into a team at some point in time that will figure them out and force Manning and that offense to put it on their shoulders. And I don't know at this point in Peyton's career if he's still got that capability. With that said, they are playing Cleveland this weekend. That defense is really good in Denver. I will give it to Denver.
Yeah, Denver wins this, but I think Peyton he's old. And I think it's showing a little bit. I know it's a different offense with Kubiak, and they're going through this, trying to compromise a little bit and go to a pistol set and that type stuff. The offensive line's not the best. But even when Peyton has time and when he lets it rip, you've got patented throws from Peyton Manning, quick slants that are behind the receiver. That's on Peyton.
Or passes that go like this.
Yeah, you get some wounded duck.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, he's 39 years old. Yeah, that's young, but not in the football world. And I think it's showing a little bit. Just his passes are off a little bit. You're right. With that defense, Cleveland's not going to beat them. I guarantee you that. Well, I don't guarantee. Not going to guarantee, but I'm going to take Denver.
Yeah. Josh McCowney had like a career-high 450-plus yards last week against Baltimore, but that Baltimore defense is not the Denver defense. Cleveland's not going to win that game.
No.
Miami travels down to Nashville to take on the Titans. The Titans coming off a bye week. Miami's got their own messes going on with the firing of Joe Philbin. Dan Carpenter is their new head coach there. Look, I think Miami's out to prove something. Tennessee is a decent football team, but there's some holes, offensively and defensively. Mariota is still just a rookie feeling his way out into his first season. I think Miami comes out kind of on fire, kind of mad. I think they're going to play angry here. I think they get the win over Tennessee.
You know, this is an interesting game. Because like you said, Miami is kind of in a turmoil. Anytime you let a coach go, it's not mid-season, but it's in-season.
Right.
And anytime you let a coach go, you got all this stuff with Ndamukong Suh. He's getting tired of hearing it, and trust me, you don't want to poke that bear. And Tannehill is coming off a great season last year. This year he comes out and it's like, ooh, okay, yeah, maybe it was just a fluke. I don't think it was. I think he's getting off to a slow start. But I agree with you. I have to go with Miami in this one. I think Ndamukong Suh he's going to settle into that defense, and it's going to make a difference eventually. But I'll take Miami against Tennessee. I'm not going to take Miami against a good team right now.
No, I wouldn't either.
And Tennessee's okay, but they're still feeling their way around too with a rookie quarterback and a non-existent running game and some other problems. Trust me, Tennessee had more issues than quarterback. But yeah, I'll take Miami.
All right, finally, the Sunday night matchup on NBC. We'll have it for you here on ESPN Evansville 105.3 as well.
That's Monday night, I think.
That is Monday night. We've been waiting all day for Sunday night.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Going to be Carrie Underwood.
That's exactly right. It is the New England Patriots traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts, a game that has been circled on many calendars since the whole Deflategate thing got brought up and spent the entire offseason being discussed inside out, up one way and down the other. Look, I would love to see the Colts win this game. I would love to see them I don't think they go and rout the Patriots. If they were to win, it would be a field goal differential. New England is mad. They're mad at Indianapolis before the entire offseason. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, they do one thing better than anybody else in this league. They find a weakness and they exploit it. Now, the Colts' running defense has been slightly better, statistically slightly better. But I don't know that they can stop Rob Gronkowski. He could very well have a 3 TD night against Indianapolis. I don't, unfortunately, think this is close at all. Sorry, Colts fans. I want to believe in blue. I got to keep it real, though. Indy is not winning this game with or without Andrew Luck, and it looks like he's going to play. New England's got this one. It's probably over already, to be honest with you.
Well, we haven't had many shows this week to talk about the upcoming game, whatever. But like you said, it looks like Luck is going to play. Last word we got, he was a full participant in practice. This is the game that you have to have Andrew Luck. He was able to heal up a little in a couple of games that weren't as big. They were division games, but the opponent was a little weaker. Yeah. And New England is anything but weak. And you're right, they're upset, they're bitter. They will exploit some issues. Frank Gore had a nice running game against Houston. Hopefully the Colts can continue that a little bit. Will Fork is gone out of the middle in New England, but they drafted a nose guard that you should have had in Indianapolis. First round. Hello, Dorsett. How you doing, buddy?
That's right. Malcolm Brown should be a Colt.
Yes, should be. But I'm a Colts fan, too. That's my AFC team. But I don't think they win this game either. But it's only one game. It's out of division. The Colts still win their division. They still get in the playoffs. But they better get ready because they're going to see this Patriots team again, most likely.
No doubt about it. You can make your picks for the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge. Week number 6 in the NFL already. You can do it online, ESPN.Evansville.com. He's Jimmie Ford. I'm Ryan O'Brien. We are Ford and O'Brien. Weekday afternoons, 3 to 6 on ESPN Evansville 105.3. And, of course, online. Streaming at ESPNEvansville.com.